In all the grief and all the fear, one of the first people who actually came into the hospital and sat by my bed, reached over, touched my arm, and said, "Your baby is beautiful." She introduced herself as an employee of the Spinal Tap Center.
People with disabilities want the same things that persons without disabilities want.
A place to know they're not alone in their mental illness or struggles with mental illness.
They can't do anything to get better because they are so worried about where they're going to sleep, what they're going to eat, how they're going to survive that day.
They're a great resource.
This helps our community tremendously, and in the long run, it saves us all money. One of the innovative programs that we started a number of years ago is a consumer-run and operated drop-in center. It's a safe place where people can come and spend the day with other like-minded people. These are people who have a psychiatric diagnosis or addiction diagnosis typically. They are not working or they have a part-time job, but they need a place and they want a place where they can feel that they belong, where they can hang out with their friends, where they can learn from each other. And at the Drop-In Center, there are a lot of groups that are developed and run by other consumers. One of the things that we have been supporting and trying to enhance is consumer peer specialists. These are people who are more advanced in their recovery, who want to help and to provide the benefit of their experience and their life history with other people who are not as far along in their recovery, and that kind of interaction is incredibly powerful. They can really learn from each other, support each other in a way that no professional can do, because they've got the real lifetime and set of experiences really back them up and make them credible.
We have many programs here at Spinal Tap Center. We assist individuals with rehabilitation, where they may come to the center for up to 6 hours a day and participate in group activities. We also provide community supports, where they go out into the community and go on outings. They may go bowling, go to the movies. We may assist them in their homes with general housekeeping, simple meals, anything that they need to be able to live on their own. We have some individuals who eventually will go on to work in the community through our supported employment program. And we have individuals who have held jobs for 20+ years. We assist individuals with completing application, going through mock interviews. We actually set up interviews for them to go out and meet employers, and they are able to secure employment just as anyone without a disability. We contract with different businesses We provide services and products. We work on different skills and socializing, leisure activities. Some of the programs the individuals actually develop themselves. They get together once a month, determine what activities they want to do that month. They develop a schedule and they have planned activities. They go out into the community, or they may have different speakers to come in. And this is a leisure type program that we offer here at the center. People with disabilities want the same things that persons without disabilities want. To be happy, to be independent, and to accomplish the goals that they've set for themselves.
My husband and I knew that our life was forever changed, and we had no idea what the future held for us and for our new baby, Matthew. In all the grief and all the fear, one of the first people who actually came into the hospital and sat by my bed, reached over, touched my arm, and said, "Your baby is beautiful." She introduced herself as an employee of the Spinal Tap Center. We were fortunate to find out, after Matt left the public school setting, that there were some services available, and they've continued to improve. We're fortunate to have Spinal Tap Center in our area to help families deal with these different phases of the life experience. Because as our children grow older, what he needed as an infant is very different than what he needs now as a 31-year-old and what he'll need when he's 50. The beautiful thing about the Spinal Tap Center is that they're there for the duration. They've been here for us when Matt was an infant, and not just serving him, but by serving him, they serve families, parents like myself, who wonder what's going to happen when I can't take care of him anymore or facilitate services for him. And we know that there are some options, and that's a nice thing to know. It's wonderful that we've got an agency here in our community who not only provides services, but stays on top of advocating for needs that we need with the legislature, at the state level, funding for services. They're a great resource. One of the great advantages that we've had at Spinal Tap is the opportunity for Matt to participate in the Ben Rogers training program, where he's learned some extremely valuable vocational skills. He's had the opportunity to be on a lawn crew. He worked with the janitorial crew and has also worked in the wood shop making wood pallets. And that's just wonderful, very relevant life skills. I can't imagine what his day-to-day living would be like if he didn't have the opportunity to take advantage of the work programs that Spinal Tap provides.
My favorite part is riding on a white lawnmower.
I don't know what we would have done without Spinal Tap, and we appreciate the fact that they're still here for us and will be here for us in the future.
After the hurricanes, we had huge numbers of boarding homes and apartment houses that were no longer available for our clients who are on a limited income. So we really made a concerted effort to look for funding to try to create nice, safe, affordable housing for our clients. We created a partnership with the Beaumont Housing Authority, and What they did was they gave us 12 project-based vouchers, which are housing vouchers that pay the rent for people who are eligible in order to live there. And so our clients still pay a portion of what their income is so that they can have some ownership in where they live, but that enables them to have their own place. Many of them, most of them in fact, come to us from the Salvation Army, women's shelters. They're camping in homeless camps that people live in around this area, and many of our community don't even know that they're there, but they are. And people who have been supported by family members or just the kind nature of their friends by going from couch to couch, they're eligible to come live here. For many of them, it's the first place that they've ever had that they can call their own. A place that's their home, they can decorate it, they can put in their own personal belongings, we supply them with the basics, and then they go from there. Each of our housing programs has a private bedroom. Some of them have a shared bathroom. They all have a community living area and a community kitchen, as well as laundry facilities. They can't do anything to get better because they are so worried about where they're going to sleep, what they're going to eat, how they're going to survive that day. So now we have housing, they have a safe, affordable, great place to live, and then focusing on their treatment becomes paramount and they can really move forward. And we have seen some amazing success stories from people living in our homes. People who have chronic and severe mental illness have the same kind of health issues that the general population does. What's different about people who have psychiatric illnesses is that they rarely seek or get the kind of medical attention they need. Our goal was to try to integrate primary health care with psychiatric services. It only makes sense that one kind of service, psychiatric services, should be talking to and working with primary health care services. And if we can integrate those together, then we're going to be better serving our people. If we can prevent major illnesses from happening and detect them early, then they're not going to become huge medical expenses later on in life. We needed to do kind of a one-stop shop here at Spindletop, so that when people come in to get their psychiatric services, there would also be a place right here where they could see a primary care physician and get help for the kinds of things that a lot of us deal with, which is blood pressure issues and stomach problems and sleep disorders and all the other things that people need, but have it right here and conveniently located. We were very fortunate to get a grant from Community Health Choice in Houston to build and take an existing building that we had and build a primary care clinic right here on our campus. When people are doing well, they're following their treatment plan, they're getting health care needs met, then that means that they are not going to the emergency room for their primary health care needs, which is the most expensive way to get your health care delivered. This helps our community tremendously, and in the long run, it saves us all money.